we got the granddaddy of them all, the big game, the big dance, going down to New Orleans. The Kansas City Chiefs, they got permission from Pat Riley. They can use the three-peat in case it does happen.
Mhm.
Taking on the Philadelphia Eagles and Jalen Hurts and company, Saquon Barkley. It's going down, man. I've been watching a few of the press conferences. The energy is there. It's exciting. I feel like anytime there's a Super Bowl or any national championship, any big game like that in New Orleans, is just a different feel because New Orleans is already party town, Mardi Gras, and all of that. And if you ever been to New Orleans, great food. So I feel like it's a vibe going down in New Orleans right now. But beyond the vibe, we got a game to play. We got a game this Sunday. It's going down. So, Doug, tell me who you got and why.
This is a tough one. And yeah, this is a tough one because this is basically a rematch from 2 years ago, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Where
Man,
where the Chiefs won by field goal. It was
I'm,
a high scoring
I'm going,
affair.
dog. I'm going Philly. I'm going Philly.
Real one.
And
Real
the
one.
only, the thing that was missing from that team 2 years ago was Saquon. So bro, I truly will believe if Saquon can touch the ball 20 times, control the game, control the clock. If they can control the clock, bro, because that's what it's going to be, time of possession. Who can hold the ball the longest? Can they hold the ball long enough to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field? Right? And I think if they can control the clock, that's going to be the key to winning. The Eagles' defense is solid, right? So they're going to do their thing. But as long as they can keep Mahomes off the field, run the ball, and not try to get fancy and stick to what they know, which is running the rock, and then they'll open up the passing game. I can see the Eagles winning, man, and it will be a competitive game. I don't think it will come down to 3 points, maybe a touchdown, but I got Philly, man.
Yeah, I like that. I think, the keys here are, to me, all the pressure is on Kansas City, right?
Mm.
Because you got the noise around a three-peat. What does that do for the legacy? You got Taylor Swift, who's going to be there. Everybody's talking about that with Travis Kelsey. This might be Travis Kelsey's last hurrah. We've seen him kind of
Correct.
Father Time kind of catch up a little bit with them throughout this season. And I'm sure, his brother being retired, they've got their podcast. I'm sure there's things he wants to do other than play football at this point. There's not a lot left that he has to prove.
Mm-hmm.
He's definitely going to be a Hall of Famer. And you got Patty Mahomes, man. And we know what that man does. We know what he is when it comes to the playoffs. And, man, you never bet against the Chiefs. That's the rule. That's the rule. Sometimes I break my rule, and usually I'm mad at myself when I break my rule. But this weekend, I'm breaking my rule. I got to go with the
So,
Philadelphia Eagles. I think that everything this team has been through, the tumultuous point where again you've got AJ Brown wanting the ball more, the friction between him and Jalen Hurts, them being able to overcome that, the moments with with AJ Brown on the sideline reading and people trying to make a whole thing about that. Shout out that author because I heard his sales went up like 9,000%. It was the number one book on Amazon after folks saw AJ Brown reading it on the sideline. So, kudos to him. And just his elevation off of that. And I think he actually went to meet AJ Brown in person before one of the playoff games. But man, this team is stacked, yo. Like at the end of the day, yes, the Chiefs are a good football team. They win when it matters. They always find a way. But they've been, screeching by, just barely getting by,
don't see.
finding a way. And, I think that at this point in time, you're coming up against a team with a little bit more momentum. Like, I think the Eagles have a lot of momentum, man. Like, Saquon Barkley is running downhill. It's different right now. It's different. So to me, the key is how does the Kansas City Chiefs defense stop Saquon Barkley? And if they do, how do they then cover A.J. Brown and cover Devontae Smith and cover Dallas Goedert? I don't think they can. It's just too many weapons. We've seen Trent McDuffie struggling as of late. Like I said, against the Bills, he was getting worked a little bit. One of the best corners in the league. That's cool and all, but he was getting some work against the Bills, and I don't see it being much different against AJ Brown. If I got to make some picks, I think you have to take the Eagles money line. I think that's a great pick to take. I like over. I like the over. This was a 38-35 game 2 years ago. I don't see it slowing down. I think in order for the Chiefs to try to win, to have a chance to win, they're going to have to score points. The Eagles are going to be able to score. They're going to find a way. So I like the over in this game. I like Saquon Barkley over 100 yards receiving and rushing. So rushing and receiving combined over 100 yards. Saquon Barkley at least 2 touchdowns. And I think we might get 2 touchdowns from Saquon in the first half against the Chiefs team. Mark my words on that. So I think this game is going to be exciting. It's going to have all the fireworks, all the bells and whistles. The halftime show is going to be crazy with Kendrick Lamar putting it down. Not like us playing. Drake is going to be somewhere down under in Perth, Australia or somewhere kicking cans as this goes down. But it's going to be a prolific game. And I think, this is Jalen Hurts. This is his moment. He's going to get his first Super Bowl. Nothing else I can say about that. Going to be exciting. I got to go with the Eagles, though. Fly, Eagles, fly. I got to rock out with them. And, that's what we got.
The only thing that I think can stop the Eagles from winning is not the plays on the field. It's Nick Sirianni. Mm-hmm. He is the wild card that could F it up for the Eagles. He just needs to coach how he's been coaching. Don't get too crazy. Stick to the plan. Jalen Hurts does not need to throw the ball 35 times.
Nah.
28 max. 25 max, actually. Run the ball.
25 max throws?
Bruh, that's all 25. Run the ball, bruh.
That's fair. You got to run the ball. I think he's going to throw over 25 times. I think it's just going to be in order for them to really move the ball, they're going to have a healthy mix because the Chiefs defense is no slack. So they won't be able to just run the whole time, but I think somewhere in that 25 to 35 range is where they end up passing. You got to get the ball to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith to make plays. And Dallas Goedert, you got to work the middle of the field against this Chiefs defense. And by doing that, it's going to open it up more for Saquon to really do him and run the ball. It ain't going to be a blowout, but I love your saying, Doug, when you like, it could be a blowout. I'm not going to say that, but the Eagles could open it up.
I'll say a touchdown. Max 10 points. Max 10.
What's the score?
That's a good question. Jeez.
What you gonna go with?
38-28.
38-28. Okay. I'm gonna go 34-28. Eagles.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, I like that.
34-28. Win by 2 field goals. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's man. Good. So listen, like I said, let's recap our picks. We got the Eagles money line. We got over 49.5 points. Saquon, 2 touchdowns. Patrick Mahomes to throw for 2 touchdowns. Listen, this is our picks. This is what we give you. If we wrong, we wrong. If I'm lying, I'm flying. But you already know we're going to look out for you here as we always do. Give us that white glove treatment. Let us know in the comments who you have winning the game. CLS, comment, like, subscribe. We'll be back with more from it in the arena.